Guys, I bought these deluxe beef patties from Aldi's, and I bought some hamburger buns, but I don't have any pickles. Shut up, cat. Golly, trying to ruin my video and everything, and it's just like, what are you doing, man? Alright, yo guys, how's it going? It's your boy, Rubik here coming to you guys today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be going to a whole bunch of different fast food restaurants, trying to see who will give us the most pickles for the cheapest price and who has the most tastiest pickles at the end. So, this has just been a question I've had about the world for a long time. For a long time now. If I went to different mega corporation fast food chains in the United States, which one would get, well, first of all, who will actually give me just a side of pickles without ordering anything? And who will give me the cheapest pickles if I do have to pay for them? And, yeah, basically, what's the best value fast food pickle out there? You know what I'm saying, big dog? I just have had this question about the world for a long time, and today we're going to get the answer to that question. We can finally put this question to rest, and I can finally find that sort of peace within inside of my soul where that question lied for a long time. And so I'm pretty excited for today's video, and if you guys are excited for today's video as well, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. But without further ado, let's go to our first restaurant, boys. I think we're going.
Hello, my name is Asher. How can we help you today?
Yeah, I was actually just wondering if I could just get like a side of pickles really quickly.
Just a side of pickles?
Yeah.
Okay, just pull around, please.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty, boys, I am back with my pickles. We went to 6 total restaurants in total. Well, actually, we went to 7, but we were served at 6, which is going to be the first in my list of bad experiences here. I pulled into the McDonald's drive-thru, the McDonald's restaurant, the drive-thru. You know what I'm saying? They have the 2 different things you can go up to. And this guy, instead of saying, "Welcome to McDonald's, how can I help you today?" or, something along those lines, trying to serve me their newest product, "Would you like to try the Grimace birthday shake today?" or anything like that, he goes, "Start!" like that, And he gets really upset with me just starting out. Like, I didn't even get a single word out to this guy. He was just like, "Start!" And literally the second I pulled up, he didn't even say anything. He didn't say his opening line. He didn't say "Welcome to McDonald's" or anything. And then I tried ordering a side of pickles, and he's like, "You're gonna have to come in for that." I was like, "Why would I have to come in for a side of pickles? You have literally 0 people through your drive-thru right now. There are 0 cars. It is I'm looking at the clock right now, 2:45-ish probably was when I was in there. 2:45 on a Tuesday afternoon. They had 0 cars in their parking lot. I swear on God, at least in their drive-thru there was 0 cars, and they're telling me that I had to come in for a side of pickles because they can't just hand me a side of pickles through the window. I don't know, I just didn't really like it a whole lot. But I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not coming in to meet this guy who just screamed at me and almost practically harassed me through the mic for a side of pickles. I am not doing that. And then I went to Wendy's, and the girl at Wendy's got mad at me, but then her manager was behind her, and so the girl at Wendy's opens the window and says something to me with her hands down. She's like, "Da, da, da, da." And then the manager was like, he just wanted pickles, just go ahead and give it to him. And so that's what the manager said. So the manager kind of stuck up for me, gave me my side of pickles at Wendy's, which was pretty cool. Other than that, the other 5 places were all pretty chill about it. Dairy Queen was like, Pickle Man, and gave me my pickles. Burger King was like, that's going to be $8, man, like in a joking way. So Burger King had some fun with it. Subway, the girl at Subway is just trying to do her job, but she was super nice. She was just like, oh, in the Subway, you just want pickles? Okay, here's your pickles. She didn't really see it like as a joke. She just kind of gave me my pickles, which was nice of her. And then I don't know, I appreciate that. A girl that just wants to do her job. Let's see what else. And then so I went to Chili's, and Chili's is kind of confusing me because I used to work at Chili's and there used to be like a to-go counter, so I didn't know where to go just to place an order at Chili's for a walkout. But I just, I basically stood by the front. I asked to do for pickles and he gave it to me, and he started about to get off about it. He was very nice as well. So, and we went to Chili's, and then we went to Dairy Queen, and then we went to Wendy's, and then we went to a Subway, then we went to Burger King, then we went to McDonald's, didn't get anything, and then we went to Culver's. And the Culver's people were kind of confused. They're just like, oh, you just want a side of pickles? And then the guy at the window tried giving me more food. He was like, oh, so did you have any drinks at that order? And I was like, no, this is all I ordered, just a side of pickles. And he's like, oh. And he gives me a side of pickles, and then he goes, oh, so can you pull into the parking lot to the right? Can you pull up to our next space and we'll bring your food out to you? And then he was like, I didn't order anything else except for pickles. I don't have any other person's order. So that's pretty interesting. They're just kind of confused. But yeah, guys, let's get into the pickles first and foremost. So I want to start off with the packaging. So first of all, we're going to start with Chili's. You know that it's Chili's because it has a little like red seasoning on it. I don't know if you guys can see that because of the sun glare, but it also has, like decent like restaurant seasoning on it. And you can tell that it's more than just a bland pickle. Go ahead and open this up for you guys. So yeah, it has like a ton of, I think I might be grabbing the red part, but it has like a little red thing on there, and also has just a ton of seasoning. I don't think that the red thing's supposed to be on there. I think that was just sauce from a different product. Oh. 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 Chili's pickles definitely have a very, very strong kick to them. They put a lot of spices on them. It definitely will blow up in your mouth. A lot of spice. I wasn't really expecting it. Maybe it was just on that top one. The top one definitely had more than the second one, but it definitely does have a lot of spice to it. Not really like spicy as in hot, but like spices, just in like literal spices thrown onto it, meaning like seasoning on food, I guess you could say. Like there's stuff on top of the pickles is what I'm trying to say. Not that it's actually like spicy hot, but there's a strong kick to the Chili's pickles. I'm not necessarily, I don't know, it probably is going to have the most unique flavor to it. I'll say that much. It's probably going to have the most unique flavor, Chili's. No, by the way, guys, none of these places charged me anything, which is really nice of them. I was expecting to have to pay 25 cents or 50 cents even for a side of pickles, but none of them charged me for it. They just handed me the side of pickles, and I was like, thank you, kind sir. That's very nice of you. So the free pickles from Chili's have a very strong kick to them, and it doesn't taste like just a plain dill pickle. So if you're expecting the plain dill pickle experience, I don't think Chili's is going to be for you, because it definitely has different flavors to it and different spices on it. So it's not a plain dill pickle, but it is pretty good. I sort of like the flavoring on it. And so overall, I really don't know how to rate pickles as of right now, because that was really like my first pickle that I'm giving a rating to. Maybe we'll do a ranking instead of a rating. I'm thinking like a 6.8 on that pickle though. And then the second place I went to was I have sort of two of the exact same cups here, but I'm pretty sure this one is Dairy Queen's. We're going to roll with the fact that this one was Dairy Queen's. Again, they're both black cups and they're both free. So I do believe that this is Dairy Queen's pickles. So I am like 98% sure that this is Dairy Queen because of the positioning I put it in. And so Dairy Queen's pickles are a lot more plain. There's not going to be anything really on them. Ew, oh. Oh. Ugh. I feel like I'm making grotesque reactions to all of these because I'm not expecting the flavor that's hitting it all. It's the only thing. Yeah, so for Dairy Queen's pickles, I want to say that once again, the customer service was really great at Dairy Queen. Their pickles are very watery for what it seems like. It seems like just sort of like a lot of like water and like cheaper pickle juice came out of that first bite I took, which was why I sort of had that reaction as well. But that also kind of chilled down after the first one. But yeah, that first pickle definitely hits with like a watery sensation to it. Lots of juice came out of that first pickle. And I sort of like myself a drier pickle, I'm not gonna lie. Some people, they say that they like the really juicy pickles, but I've always sort of all of my life I've just been sort of more a drier pickle person myself. But yeah, guys, so Dairy Queen's pickles is very wet, it's very juicy, you could say. Other than that, it has a pretty bland taste to it. This is more of a regular dill pickle. And yeah, so that was Dairy Queen's pickles. And then, so next we went to... Okay, yeah, I know who that is now. So next we went to Wendy's. So this is the lid that Wendy's gives you with their sauce cups. I'm a very big fan of this lid. How it sort of has like the sun on it, and then it has these ridges. You guys can definitely tell that it has like the ridges around it, just like pointy ridges. It feels like a more bougie, more expensive sauce lid than the other more plain lids to it. And this is why I say that micro branding is sort of important, because just because of this fancy lid, I automatically remembered that this was Wendy's black cup that they gave me, instead of getting them confused with the other two black cups. So now this really makes Wendy's stick out. Just this little 5-cent lid is making Wendy's stand out as a restaurant. Yeah, guys, I'm just a huge fan of it because it's a very nice design and it's memorable. So I know that it was Wendy's that gave me this cup of pickles, and it wasn't lost with the other restaurants' pickles. It really is important to design your 5-cent lid. The small things in your life can actually make a drastic difference, because now I am knowingly talking about Wendy's, and people might choose Wendy's over other restaurants after watching this video, and I'm talking about Wendy's in a more positive light. Even though, like I said, the lady sort of gave me an attitude at first, and then her manager sat down and goes, he just wants pickles, just give it to him. So that was very interesting. That was a very interesting sort of interaction. I liked their manager there. The manager was like a nice little nice black lady. But so the first thing I'm noticing right here, before I even put it into my mouth, for all of these pickles, I'll show them to you real quick. They are very, very small compared to the other pickles I've gotten from other restaurants. I don't feel like this looks like a small pickle on the screen, but just trust me on this one, guys. It is significantly smaller than the other pickles from the other restaurants. Just in width and in length, they're just significantly smaller than the other restaurants' pickles. But without further ado, oh yeah. I could eat all these for sure. I am going to eat some more. Now that was a very good pickle. Ooh, just the pickle by itself was very, very impressively good. It was more dry than the Dairy Queen pickle that I had. And also, it was more sweet. It wasn't very sweet, but it just had a nice touch of a little bit of sweetness to it. Not to where I was like blown back and it was like exploding into my mouth like chilies, where I had all of like the different spices on it. This one just had a little hint of sweetness to it, and it was less juicy than the others. It was just a very, very nice pickle. It's probably going to be the highest quality pickle that I've had so far today, out of the three so far. Like I said, just a little bit sweet, a little bit less juicy than Dairy Queen's. Not as much stuff on it as Chili's had. So this is basically like my preferred pickle right here. Very nice designer lid for a very high quality, nice pickle. And that's all there really is to it. It's just, designer lid, nice pickles, man. The customer service at Wendy's ranked second worst, but then their pickles are ranking the best so far, so it's kind of worth it in my opinion. Alrighty guys, and this other black cup came from Subway. Eat fresh. We're going to see how fresh these pickles really are. This is definitely more floppy, more dangly of a pickle, much more loose, so it's going to be much more of a thin pickle than the others were, a little bit more thick. But hey guys, sorry guys, my camera cut out, but as I was saying, Subway's pickles are very loose, very floppy, and very thin pickles. Oh. Oh, yeah. I don't even know how to describe this taste. Crack the lid. That one didn't have any sort of crunch to it at all. But yeah, guys, so Subway pickles are very loose, very floppy, like I said, very thin. But they just sort of, when you put them in your mouth, they just sort of give you like a gross vibe of sitting in that, those black buckets that they take them out of. It's just very, it just has a very corporate America taste to it, I guess, the Subway pickles, guys, just has a very corporate taste to them. I didn't really enjoy them a whole lot. Sort of more bland. Nothing really going on there. Just no real kick or anything at all. It's just not very flavored at all. It really just feels, man, just like corporate America in a package. And it comes together, just with the plain clear lid, the black cup. the boxed, it just feels like it came from a bin. Just like some employee, some underpaid employee is just grabbing these pickles. And these pickles don't feel like they came out of love, really. It's just sort of what it is. This feels like it came from corporate America, and it wasn't made out. These pickles just were not made out of love, and you can just tell that right when you put it in your mouth. You guys are probably thinking like, "Oh, this guy's he's just crazy. He's just acting for the YouTube video. He's just saying all this nonsense." Probably laughing a little bit, but I'm being dead serious, man. It just if you guys were able to taste these pickles, you would know that Subway's pickles taste like sadness and they taste like corporate America, and so we had to move on to our next pickles. So, our next restaurant. What a cute package this is. And if you guys recall correctly, this is actually going to be Burger King's Sundae cup. This is like the cup that they put the sundae ice cream in, so you can scoop it out of there. And it comes with this very cute bowl, which even if they just put the pickles in this bowl, I still probably would have got more pickles than everywhere else. But I actually did not get more pickles than everywhere else. But it's just, look how big these pickles are. Like, these are huge pickles, not nearly as floppy, very long, thick pickles. Burger King gave me their longest and thickest pickles, and we're just going to see how it tastes in my mouth right now. Oh, 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 oh. And a lot of these pickles have holes in them as well for some reason. Burger King, why does your pickles have holes in them? It seems very unnatural. Because none of the other pickles had these large gaps in them. They're like hoop earrings, guys. See what I mean? They're like those little hoop earrings. Just a little bit of like juice, a little bit of water coming out, but very, very sour as well, just like the last ones. Not nearly as sweet, it's just like very, oh, yeah. There's just nothing special, very, a little bit, very, I feel like they're sort of, I know sour is not the correct term to describe them, but that's how I feel like I should describe these, though, as like sour pickles. More sour pickles, at least. Yeah, but, I mean, we have sweet pickles, so obviously sour pickles would exist. But, again, again, they taste very much like corporatized pickles, very corporate America pickles. Not much great to them, very sour. But the customer service I received at Burger King was great. I liked the customer service, and I loved the packaging as well. This was my favorite package of the pickles, but just taste quality wise is not really up there. And then last but not least, Culver's. Culver's is kind of unique because they actually gave me a white cup instead of a black cup, because most restaurants nowadays give out black cups with the clear lids, but this is actually clear cup with clear lid, and you can see there's, I don't know if that's just a pickle on the side, but it seems like there's a ton of pickle juice moving around in there. So we're going to go ahead and open it up and give it a better look. Yeah, you could literally hear the pickle juice when I was like squeezing it. So this is going to be a very, very juicy pickle going into my mouth right now. Very, very juicy pickle. Oh yeah, you can literally feel how soaking wet it is just in a ton of pickle juice. I feel like I just pulled a rag out of a red bucket at work to try to clean something off. I have to sort of like squeeze out the rag to start cleaning so we don't spill water all over the place. This is sort of the same vibe that this is giving me because there's just so much juice in this one little cup. It's just a very wet, juicy pickle. Oh. Woo. So at first, I really liked the crunch to it, but then it just hits you with like this gross spice at the end. But Culver's definitely. Oh, dude, see, I literally barely tipped it over, and a ton of juice went onto my pants. That's the only restaurant this has happened with. There's just so much juice in these pickles. So if you like a juicy, crunchy pickle, then get your pickles from Culver's, because Culver's definitely has the juicy, crunchy pickles. But the flavor of them just are not all that great, I would say. Oh, see, I always feel like it's going to be okay because the first bite, you're like, oh, this is a super crunchy pickle. And then get a little bit more into it, and it's like, oh, this is just a super bland pickle. But that's okay. A bland dill pickle is okay. I mean, it's honestly kind of good. Just have a more bland dill pickle. But then just the aftertaste with these, man, it hits you with a severe aftertaste with these pickles. So if you don't like the aftertaste, you might not want to go to Culver's because it definitely has the strongest aftertaste. So it's the juiciest, the crunchiest, and the most aftertaste pickle. But it's sort of bland throughout the first couple of bites. Alright, so now we have to rank these pickles from the best to the worst pickle. Obviously, we can start at McDonald's was the worst because I received horrible customer service and I didn't receive any pickles at all. Wendy's was the best, so we have 1 and 7. Going into number 2, I might have to go with... did I say that I liked Dairy Queens? I think I did like Dairy Queens, right? So yeah, Wendy's, Dairy Queens, and then probably Burger King's is probably going to be our 3rd favorite. And then 4th favorite... probably Chili's. And then 5th favorite... So wait, we have Subway and we have Culver's left. So 5th favorite is definitely going to be Subway. And then 6th favorite is going to be Culver's. So just repeating it. Best was Wendy's. Alrighty guys, so my camera cut out again, but just to recap, the best pickles were Wendy's, and then the second best were Dairy Queens, and then the 3rd best was Burger King's, and then the 4th best was Chili's, and then the 5th best was Subway, and then the 6th best was Culver's, and then the 7th, or the absolute worst experience I had today, was McDonald's because the guy was rude to me and I ended up not getting any pickles at all from McDonald's, which was very unfortunate, very disappointed in McDonald's still. Might cry about it later, but I wouldn't cry if you guys press the like button and subscribe. I'm sorry for self-advertising, guys, but... so that is my pickle story. That is the pickle truth. I finally revealed the answer to the question that I've been looking for. Who has the best pickles? Wendy's, Dairy Queen, Burger King, Chili's, Subway, Culver's, and then McDonald's is the worst, but sort of disqualified because we didn't even get any pickles. But it's also the worst because I didn't get any pickles and I had a rude customer service without getting anything. Anyway, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.